welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Wednesday the 31st of May with me, Japan Market Analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a fairly stable market really today, not a great deal going on. The only real significant move is on sterling, whereby you had a poll out overnight, or a suggestion from YouGov that perhaps the Tories were going to lose seats in this election, and subsequently leading to a loss of their majority and also a hung parliament. Now that has impacted on sterling quite significantly, not enormously, but a fairly large impact back towards the key support. I will talk about the impact on the technicals, but 27.75 is a big support on sterling. Now we've also got not a great deal of movement really across equities or forex today, other than the fact that the FTSE 100 is mildly higher, reflecting of that sterling weakness. Now what we have got is a sort of a consolidation move really on the dollar. Not a huge amount of movement on treasury yields, really. A little bit higher on the 10-year, but not a great deal of movement. The only other real move, I suppose, is coming in the oil price, which is lower on the back of increased oil supplies from Libya. But certainly the just general market sentiment is fairly flat, other than that key sterling move that we're seeing today. Now, what we have got to look forward to today is Eurozone inflation at 10 o'clock. That is the main bit of data point today. Now we had German inflation yesterday that came out lower than expected, and that is sort of suggesting that perhaps Eurozone inflation could also dip. It's already forecast to dip back to 1.5% on the headline and 1% on the core. Could those undershoot? Be interesting to see if they do. Other than that, we've got the US data this afternoon with the Chicago PMI 57 down from 58, but the pending home sales, which are expected to be about 0.5% up on the month. Now, generally speaking, not a great deal going on today, but we have got a significant move that's developing on the Kiwi, which is my chart of the day. We have had the Kiwi rising in the last few weeks. Now we can see that it's rallied sharply, had a little bit of a base pattern. That breakout above that 69.70 resistance a couple of weeks ago implied 71 figure. Now the 71 figure is basically bang on that key resistance of March. Now we've had a move to 71 figure yesterday and continue today. Now that breakout above the March high also, you could argue, implies a completed base pattern, but you can see now moving above all the moving averages. You can see the important improvement in the momentum indicator with the RSI above 60, really for the first time in almost 4 months. MACD lines also gaining strongly above neutral. Stochastics also strong. So this Kiwi is really gaining ground against the dollar and is showing some significant signs of technical improvement. Certainly the hourly chart reflects the improvement. A little correction is being brought into. Yesterday's low, initially 70.35, above Friday's low of 70.05. Just all these sort of corrective moves are getting bought into, so you'd be looking at using this intraday sort of correction that we had early today as a chance to buy. So certainly looking at an improvement in the technicals. A second daily close above 71 figure would certainly add to the air of improvement here. You'd then start to think about the subsequent resistance, which the next level really is this 72.40 old pivot from sort of December into the first quarter of the year, that pivot there. So that would be your next real sort of resistance that comes into play. Little minor resistance at 71.25 area, but generally speaking it certainly looks like the market is continuing to rally. Momentum indicators have upside potential. The RSI just in the mid 60s. That is an important improvement as well. So it looks positive for the Kiwi now. So looking to buy into weakness. You've got a nice band of support on this daily chart that comes in around that sort of 70.50 area as well. So just look to use possibility of 70.50 to sort of 70.90 as your basis of support for buying into weakness. So wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.